What makes characters like Jean Valjean, Frodo Baggins, or Christian from the Pilgrim's Progress so compelling, even centuries later? It's not just their courage or the world they live in. It's that they want something deeply, and they're willing to face impossible odds to get it. Strong stories are driven by strong goals and powerful obstacles. So today, we're going to break down 5 ways to give your characters goals that matter and challenges that shape them. Whether you're writing fantasy, historical romance like me, or a modern day parable, these 5 principles will help you create characters that stay with readers long after the end. So let's dive in. Way number 1, define a deeply personal goal. Every character wants something, but not every character's want feels meaningful. The best goals are personal. They come from the character's identity, their history, pain, or even their beliefs. When a goal touches something deep inside of them, your reader feels it too. Let's take a look at a great example, Jean Valjean from Les Miserables.
What have I done, sweet Jesus? What have I done?
When Valjean is shown mercy by the bishop, it transforms him. His goal isn't just survival anymore, it's redemption. He's driven by a need to live in a life worthy of grace. That's powerful because the reader understands why it matters. So when you're developing your characters, ask yourself, what wound or failure from their past drives them? What lie do they believe about themselves? And what goal would bring them healing or even purpose? Once you know that, every action they take will ring true. Way number 2, establish high stakes. A goal only becomes gripping when something important is at risk. If failure doesn't cost your character anything, the reader won't care whether or not they succeed. So raise the stakes. Ask, what happens if they fail? Maybe it's not physical death. Maybe it's emotional death. Losing a loved one, losing faith, losing hope. Let's look at a classic example from the Pilgrim's Progress.
I am the good shepherd.
For Christian, the stakes could not be higher. His journey represents salvation itself. If he gives up, it's not just a setback, it's eternal loss, and that's what keeps us turning the pages. You don't have to write an allegory to use high stakes. In a romance, the stakes could be the loss of love or trust. In a mystery, it could be truth versus deception. Whatever the genre, make the cost of failure matter. And when your character risks everything, your readers will too. Way number 3, introduce internal obstacles. Here's where many writers miss an opportunity. The greatest conflicts don't always come from villains or disasters. They come from inside the character. Think about it. How often do we sabotage our own goals through fear or pride or guilt? Characters do the same. Those inner struggles make them real. A character might long for love, but fear intimacy. They might crave justice, but they battle anger. They might want to serve God, but doubt his calling. Let's look at an example from Shakespeare, okay? Macbeth.
Let me clutch thee.
In Macbeth, the tragedy isn't caused by outside forces. It's Macbeth's own ambition that destroys him. His flaw becomes his undoing. For Christian storytellers, internal conflict is where faith and humanity collide. Maybe your character's greatest obstacle is forgiving themselves. Maybe it's surrendering control. Maybe it's learning to trust God when everything falls apart. These inward struggles make your characters layered, relatable, and unforgettable. Way number 4, introduce external obstacles. Now, let's balance things out with external obstacles. The forces outside of your character that stand in their way. These are the trials that test their resolve. A rival or an enemy, a betrayal, even a natural disaster, maybe a closed door or just an impossible situation. These obstacles create tension and movement in your story. Let's look at an example from the Bible. Joseph.
Will little help?
We'd love to, but we're too busy bowing down before you.
Joseph's story is full of pain. He's betrayed by his family, sold into slavery, falsely accused and imprisoned. From a human perspective, it's tragedy after tragedy. But these external challenges weren't random. They were refining him. Each obstacle prepared him for his ultimate purpose, saving others. When you write, let your character's trials do the same. Don't be afraid to make things hard. Obstacles aren't there to punish your characters. They're there to reveal who they are becoming. Way number 5, force difficult choices and growth. Now we come to the heart of storytelling, choice. Real growth happens when your character faces a moment of decision. When the easy way and the right way pull in opposite directions, maybe your hero must forgive somebody who does not deserve it. Maybe they must choose faith over fear, or sacrifice something precious for a higher calling. Let's revisit one of the greatest literary examples, Frodo from The Lord of the Rings.
Throw it in the fire!
Frodo's journey isn't just about destroying the ring. It's about resisting temptation when it's the hardest. His strength is tested again and again until he's refined by the burden itself. When your character is forced to make a hard choice, that's when they grow. That's when readers cheer, cry, and remember. So ask yourself, what decision will define your character's faith or humanity? What moment will reveal who they truly are? So let's recap the 5 ways to develop strong character goals and obstacles. Number 1, give your character a deeply personal goal, something rooted in their identity. Number 2, raise the stakes so failure has a cost. Number 3, challenge them with internal flaws and fears. 4, test them with external trials and enemies. And finally, number 5, force them to make difficult choices that lead to growth. That's how you will write characters that readers will never forget. Not because they're perfect, but because they are changed. If this video encouraged you, hit like, subscribe, and why don't you just share it with a writer friend? Also, why don't you tell me in the comments which classic character inspires your writing the most? And don't forget to join us live every Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern for the Christian Indie Writers Podcast. We look forward to chatting with you.